I was feeling something which I think it needed me to heal. Immediately, I felt it gave me a memory of my karmic relationship before I met my twin. I knew what that memory meant and what I did, especially the part of me that needed healing in, but then I guess this is when the fear started creeping in. I began to question and fear if my twin and my karmic are the same. Um, I know that they are not the same, but if I see characteristics of my karmic, my in the past, previous, in my twin, it almost had me question if my karmic and my twin are entirely alike altogether. Except only my twin is on the awakening journey and my karmic is not. I'm just wondering if when I feel this way, is it because maybe he is seeing me in his karmic? Wondering what could this mean and how could I move forward from this?
Okay, so now with the karmic, for example, like it's not only with the past relationship that we have that kind of like recognition or remembrance, but for anyone in life, it's like what you call like in a sense like when certain things are not healed within you. So it's definitely not just that person who can trigger you. It can also be a stone, a plant, a word, anything and everything will trigger if the energy within us is not healed. So the remembrance of your karmic and your twin is the fear in you, you know the lack of self-love, they running away, those kind of characteristics which just come up, you know so that is what is going on, so that enough self-love and being love is the only way out through it. So that the resemblance is nothing that has to do with whether they both are related or any there is no other story to that, there is no other meaning or energy to that. It's only always about the amount of healing that you have to do. So characteristics which are similar is the characteristics which you're always scared of. Like for example, longing for that other person to be there around you, or being a certain way around you, or valuing you more. So those are the things which you recognized in your karmic, isn't it? Your past, your previous relationship, and the same thing is coming with your twin, is because that's what you have to heal in you. And we also always have to remember twins will always bring the darkest, deepest wounds up for healing. So that's what we keep doing to each other. We keep healing on different layers all the time. So that is a recognition which comes up. The codependency that exists between two individuals. If it talks about the individual, and the person that you had an experience with. So it's always about that connection that you have to heal. So sometimes it's not only your twin. For few people, what I've seen is like it can be a friend. You know, you find the similar characteristics. The hurt comes up, your wound comes up for healing. So, for example, for me, it was a friend. Would I would see her and like the resemblance, because that is what I had to heal. So whatever that needs to be healed will be triggered and pulled up for healing by anything and everything around you. All right, it can be a word which pops up. So if it is through a person, that's what it is. You have to heal that aspect of it. It's never about them being similar or anything like that. They always show what you're healing. Like I say, everything is energy. All right, so everything is energy. So it just like according to that energy. If you're right energy, you'll get right energy from the outside. If something has to be healed and you're in that energy and it shows outside. So that's how people around you react and see that. And for your twin, now that you're in communication with your twin, now that you're there, so he's that immediate resemblance to it. So if there was no contact, there's no contact at all between you and your twin. There are many who are in separation phases in it. So for them, it can be a friend. Sometimes they see it in their parents, and sometimes they see the resemblance or the wound that has to come up. So since you are in like immediate contact with your twin, isn't it? So that's the reason you're seeing the resemblances. He's taken the role up, to bring up that clearing in you. So that's all there is to it. There's no more thought process into that subject.
Wow, thank you.
Mm-hmm.